Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Friday! We are back with some in-between shenanigans, but first I would like to show off something that was made for a very special person's birthday.
Oh.
So let's see if I do this, and I'm gonna add that little.
Whose birthday?
Well, someone had a birthday yesterday.
This is true.
And now
Somebody did.
And yes, thank you so much for the resub, Terris. 18 months. Oh, I can't believe it's been that long.
Wow.
Double Twitch, baby.
Yep. I can't believe it's been that long since I started streaming. Now let's see. Okay. I have to add that photo real quick. Browse and there it is.
Hype train.
Hype train. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it so much. We have a hype train. Woo. But yes, so.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Choo choo. I am sorry if you can hear panting. It is not me. It is my puppy in my face.
Sure.
I am sorry.
Sure. Whatever you say.
So, Lilith made this beautiful drawing of Ada and Gyllene for you, Josh.
I've seen a work in progress. Let us see.
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
It's so adorable.
I love it.
Yes, it's when Gyllene was just hatched.
Yeah. And she was so little.
Yes.
So little.
Lilith, you talented person, you.
That is so
Thank you.
cute.
Adorable.
That's very, very cute.
There we go. But yeah.
Thank you.
Can you breathe quietly or get off my lap?
No.
No, unlikely.
But yeah, Lilith, you're gonna have to use the new. There we go. When I changed the name, the stuff also changed. So if you have saved the old emote stuff, you have to change it. But yes, real quick, some mentions. The music you're listening to right now is by Super Insane. You can find a link to their stuff over on the Discord under announcements. They are amazing and really easy to work with and all that jazz.
Absolutely.
It was commissioned by Terris, and we have all rights to it. And I really, really love it. It's a really good song, music piece, something.
Instrumental.
Instrumental, yes.
Composition.
That's the one I was looking for. Composition. Most of the music during the game will, however, be by either Sirenscape or Adrian Van Ziegler. Those are the two I tend to default to. You can find all that information in the About section of this channel if you're interested. The maps, overlay, and starting soon screen was made in Incarnate by yours truly. You can find that over on the Discord, the maps at least, as soon as they have been used in the games they were intended for. You can use it to whatever. I mean, credit is nice, but not necessary. So feel free to... Hello! Crimson Heretic! And yes, I just realized that I haven't mentioned it like at all, but it is September, so if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do so with a discount now. Until...
I'm already a sub.
On so many levels.
Yeah, but have you subscribed to the channel? Yeah.
I was going to say something about D&D and overlap, but I'm going to shut up now.
But yes, where was I? Until September 30th, you get a discount on all subscriptions. Well, not all. If you convert a gifted sub or a prime sub into a recurrent sub, you get a discount. you get even more of a discount if you use the long-term ones, like the 3 or 6 months ones. So I think the 6 month is like 30% off or something like that. I don't remember. But yes, there was something else I was going to... Oh yes, and you can affect the game by giving...
Oh yeah, that thing.
helping or hindering the players. Last week, Ada was given a hero point, which you can use to either re-roll a roll completely.
Crimson Heretic gifted a sub. Good on you, Crimson Heretic.
Yep, thank you so much for that,
Bloody
Crimson.
champion.
Yes, you do have a founder's badge.
Oh hell yeah.
Or a hero point can be used to stabilize someone if they're on death saves. It won't make you just become conscious again, but you're no longer bleeding out or dying.
Noted.
You can
I like that
also
one.
you can also use the hero point to petition the DM for shenanigans, like Josh has already done, and they now have
I have no idea what you're talking
6
about.
kobolds.
I will not be maligned like this. How dare you?
But yeah, so that's what you... And you can also buy stuff for, like, nat 20 tokens and stuff like that. Everything for your channel points.
Awesome.
And yes, that was my fingers scratching. But yeah,
Ooh.
anyone want to give us a rundown of what happened last time?
We kicked some butt.
That you did?
We yes, there was some moderate kicking of buttocks. There was some shenanigans, not a lot. Ada basically just pulls the so we began with a job needing doing. Ada's hanging out on an island with a new baby dragon. She's like, "This is pretty sweet, actually. I'm rocking this. I'm vibing here. I'm lightning luring all the fish I can eat, and yeah, it's a really nice holiday." And then Granny sends her a fucking letter, and she's like, "Do you mind? I am busy." Saying, "Hey, this sort of is important. Would you mind doing this thing?" So she goes and relays the message to Valerie Machinge, which is still like your naming conventions, the things you call your dragons, are very, very cool, and I adore. And it's Valerie Machinge as well. It's a W. Yeah. I saw it written. I was like, "That's how that's spelled." Wow. Okay, that's not what I would have guessed. But I adore the Scandinavian the pronunciations, the way you guys speak. It's just gorgeous. It's like candy for the ears.
I'm always open for if you want to learn Swedish. So
Please.
Yeah. I have no ear for languages at all, sadly. I have tried any number of languages. German kind of worked, but yeah, no. I speak one language and I speak it very well, but a second is yeah.
I'm
so,
okay
yeah,
with
we
written,
went...
but I can't do spoken. But that's because I'm hard of hearing.
Oh, right, fair. Well, we had Yelena get a quick checkup. Secured Rimachi's agreement to look after the wee bairn until we got back. Basically, we have to go and I'm not sure if assassinate is the right word, but yeah, we have to go and do a mission at the Blue Dragons.
Aggressively deal with.
Yeah, aggressively deal with the Blue Dragon, whose name escapes me. Mevrenbell. Mevrenbell. Yeah, we're going to go and aggressively deal with Mevrenbell. Totally something a pair of level 4s can do. Very confident.
Absolutely.
We have taken along we've got Karma and some random guy who was a bit upset that his potential boyfriend might have been captured by them. So we've left the kobolds in charge of the dragon, and left the kobolds under the command of a different dragon, who's a secret dragon. And we are going to infiltrate with prejudice this lair. We think we've got a way in. We think we're going to go in through the sky entrance because no one's guarding it. That's our plan, and we're sticking to it. And yeah, we were on our way there when a bunch of supposedly bandits, but what they're doing guarding the approach to a dragon lair, I don't know. Say, we're like, hey, all right, here's a toll, give us all your money, and we're like, totally, and then shatter and lightning lure. And they were like, what? Who did that?
What
And we're
was
like,
that?
not us. What the fuck? We were just paying you. What?
How dare you?
No idea. And we murdered them
Yup, with
We
prejudice.
murdered them a lot.
with prejudice.
Especially Frimlin.
Well, yes, they hurt his lizard, and he wasn't happy about that.
Yeah, we saw a different side of Frimlin today.
Yup.
Yeah, but still, like,
But yeah, so
It's-
yeah,
I just-
these
there you
bandits.
go, all
My
caught
dog
up.
in the head.
Yes, these bandits
Sorry, doggo.
basically worshipped Mavrumbella like a goddess, so they were not going
That's
to give
right.
up.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
total
And
zealots.
look, that's okay. You can be a zealot. You can be wrong. That's fine.
Just be wrong in another direction. Although Ada is
just-
teaching this elf boy how to be a barbarian.
Yes.
Hey, look, it's useful information for him.
Yeah,
Couldn't hurt to know.
yeah. Especially if
I have no regrets.
I mean, especially if he's
What?
a good fighter and has tendencies to get angry.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, you. Okay, different music. We need a different tone for this.
Boop-a-doo.
Less of the happy pipes and more of where did I put that?
Bam, bam, bam.
I'm so totally professional when it comes to preparing stuff and not being all over the
Hey, at
place.
least
Wow.
you score your sessions. I don't bother.
I mean, that's fair.
I think I probably put more time into scoring at this point than I actually do into session prep.
I
I
took-
don't score because my D&D group tends to go so far off base that I'd score for things and then they'd end up in space when they're supposed to be, going to an ancient tree.
It feels like a you fault. It feels like something that you could control.
No, I open world, so
Okay.
with that
but-
group I open world. So.
yeah, I used to score specific sound sets for specific things, and then I started actually DMing, and now I just do it on the fly.
Yeah.
Because there's no point to. I have certain things that I know people, the players, will get to,
One day.
one day. That are finished scoring and such, but other than that, it's just okay, so this is the general musical melody I want overlying the whole thing, and then I'm just gonna throw shit at it until it works. That's why
Yeah.
Sirenscape
candy.
is so good for. You just take one of the songs, it runs in the background, and then just chuck sound effects on it.
Oh my god, you evil puppy!
So I'm gonna use this one, and I know we used this one. Nope, not that one. This one? Nope. Where did you go? There it is. Sometime today, Sirenscape. There we go. Now, can everyone hear this?
I can hear it.
Awesome.
Yep.
So you find yourselves in this mountain pass. The scent of blood and warm decay is starting to waft through from the what once upon a time were bandits. Zealots belonging to
Warm
Mevronbal.
decay.
Yeah.
Has this happened quickly?
No, like I don't know if you are familiar with the. It's a scent that let's just say it's a scent that a lot of women are familiar with. It comes
okay.
in just a few minutes.
Yep, noted.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, I've done. I used to work in the funeral trade. I have
Yeah.
interacted with any number of corpses, and yeah.
That
but
irony sweet tang.
Blood is
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Blood is not necessarily something I've obviously encountered, but it's the corpses I interacted with did not have violent deaths more
Yeah.
often than not. So yeah, there's a different scent to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Take your meaning. Yes, the
Yes.
recently butchered meat smell.
Yes.
That and
one.
it's warm.
Yeah, because
quite hot.
the bodies are still warm, so
Yes.
that scent would have a warm tang or tone to it.
Delicious.
And
Yeah.
because the wind is coming through the mountain pass, it is basically coming towards you from down
Cool
the
and
valley.
normal. Lovely.
Um,
I actually don't think Ada hates the smell. I think Ada would say, Yep,
yep.
it's been a while.
Frimlin is not particularly concerned by this. He is, however, I don't know if we did check the bodies before at the end of last session or not. I can't
I
remember.
don't think
Uh,
so. I think we just finished.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know you were talking about doing it, but I don't think we got there. But yeah, so
Yes.
the
Yep.
shadows are getting longer, but not like long. This is still summer in the northern hemisphere, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be hours.
yeah. Karma is still moving around a bit, like gingerly, even though he's not actively bleeding out anymore. He's still hurt,
Yeah.
and there's still a bolt sticking out of his neck.
Oh. I would.
So-
Can I try and do some medicinal
Oh yeah, absolutely.
on him? I don't have any healing magic, I'm afraid, but I'll certainly try to. Yes, I am a +0 to medicine, but remove the bolt and try and
I do
put
have
together
some
a
healing.
bandage or if you do, you're welcome to it. I'll help.
So
Happily help.
yeah, if you want to take the bolt out, I can throw
Alright.
a first level cure wounds at him.
Yeah, I would. Ada grabs the
that'd be-
bolt. Ooh, pretty
Oh,
good.
that's a really
yeah.
good one. Yeah.
Ada grabs the bolt and says, "All right, Karma, I'm going to go on a count of 3. You ready? Here we go. 1," and pulls immediately.
Yeah. You.
They'll tense at 2.
Yeah.
And as she does so, there's a rumbling in her chest, and she snorts up. This is like her breath weapon is acid. She snorts up just a gobbet of it.
Okay.
And just onto the wound, and just it's like, this is gonna sting. And there's this like hissing. And then she uses
like a
the shaft
cauterization.
of that a little bit, yeah. More to sterilize than anything
I
else.
see.
Then she uses the shaft of the crossbow bolt to wipe away the acid. Just like 5 seconds of just like, and then wipes away with the half of the bolt. Probably doesn't have any mechanical bonus, but yeah. She's just like, there
Yeah.
you are, dear. I'm sorry. How's that? Are you all right?
And yeah, the minute you do that, Frimlin's just going to stick a hand on the wound and use his cure wounds for 10 healing.
Mm.
Yep. So Karma is now almost all the way back up to full health. You do see a mark at the back of the neck, and where the acid hit and where the bolt hit, and you can both tell that that's gonna leave a scar.
Mm.
Don't worry, dear. Chicks love it.
Oh, think that acid stung. I'm not sure if you.
It does.
Yeah.
That's sort of the point.
You'll be alright.
Yeah. That was close, though.
Well,
Yes, you guys have got to stand, boys. You've got to stand behind me. That's sort of the point of me.
I'll remember that. But I wouldn't let anything happen to you. Karma, you know that.
Yeah. I did get the bandit in the head, though. That was
You did?
fun.
Ronnie.
Nailed him.
And he just starts trying to, get rid of the hairs from his tongue. It's like,
Here, let me have a go for you. And
yeah,
Ada
Karma just
holds
mlems.
the tongue gingerly, with like 3 claws, just sort of like. You'd be surprised how much of a stronger stomach you have after you've looked after an infant for a couple of weeks.
She just mlem.
And yeah, she's just there, like with claws, individually picking out human hairs. Still with little bits of scalp attached to them in some cases from the tip of this, because chameleons have this really thick. The end of the tongue is quite thick. It's almost like
it's like a
grabbing
pseudopod.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's just like, yep, not a problem, fine, totally fine, very groovy. I'm okay with this. Yep.
Frimlin's going to
delicious.
stand back and watch this, and then once you are done picking hairs off Karma's tongue, he is going to prestidigitate your hands clean for you.
Thank you.
It has not occurred to him to prestidigitate the lizard's
With
tongue.
the tongue, yeah. And Ada, it does obviously occur to Ada, but Ada doesn't say anything. He's like, well, you could have done. Never mind. It's fine.
Yeah. While you're doing this, Trakin is just walking around, checking the surroundings, like carefully, making sure that like no one is hiding in the bushes.
Trakian, dear, would you mind doing it once around and finding any weaponry, armaments, any spare coins, loose change, pictures of family members, living or dead?
Sure, I can do that.
Thank you.
Cat, did you abscond with my D20 again? No, you didn't.
No.
No, like I had 5 D20s from playing Mutant Chronicles. I find 1.
Now. Useful. Yep. Sounds legit.
And he did just yeet my D6s during the game.
My dog just stole a gummy bear out from between my fingers.
Oh, that's a pretty sweet roll. Let me check.
I'm not even sure where my dog is. Probably asleep on the bed. No, she's actually rarely mischievous. Like all the problematic things she can do are loud. You know about it if Sirius being naughty.
That's a really good roll. Let's see, what does he find with that?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I got a 21 on the investigation check, so that's a really good roll. Yeah, you see him methodically go through one bandit at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And the state of these bandits doesn't seem to bother him at all.
Good, as it should not.
So, and he returns with, let's see, what would they have on? Okay, so he returns with 5 scimitars. like in his arms like this, and just drops them by the tree in the middle, and goes back and comes back with 4 crossbows and 8 bolts. And then what else did he find? He also find 5 gold coins and 20 silver in total, which is a king's ransom for these guys.
Well, you're raising a young one. You could probably use the funds.
Hello?
Sorry? Hello?
Yes.
Sorry, I dropped out there for a moment, I think. Sorry.
Yeah, Frimlin was just, well, you're raising the young ones. You could probably use the funds.
Oh, thank you. Yes, sorry, how much am I adding?
5 gold and 20 silver, I believe it was.
Yep.
Oh dear. Look, honestly, raising the young ones, it's actually rather cost efficient. Here, let's split it. Why not?
Right. Get off me, cat.
I'll take the 3, and you can have the rest. How's that?
Right. So that's 2 gold and 20 silver. Works.
Yes.
There we go.
Gosh, I don't have a lot of money.
Get off me. That's why I was offering some to you.
Oh, well, yes, the difference between 13 gold pieces and 15 gold pieces. It shan't keep me in magical weaponry, but it's fine. Thank you. More than that, though, she does sort of, Ada would grab the scimitars and stuff, and say, like,
absolutely.
Hey, look, these are actually, like, if you're looking for valuable items to pawn off, particularly, Rimachi probably have a use for a decent, and are they good weapons, or are they just sort of, bandit quality, or are they, like, actually worth something?
I mean, they're not rusty, or they're in pretty good shape. But if you tried to bulk sell it to someone, you wouldn't get that much. Like, they are nicked and used. So I think a scimitar in the book says it's like a gold coin, but these are maybe worth 8 silver at most.
Yeah.
Well, if you're lucky.
Yeah. But Rimachi could probably have a use for, some
absolutely
serviceable weaponry. He's running a military. He's running an army camp. He'll probably Ada would load them up and carry them back.
Yep.
And what type of crossbows were those?
Let me double check, because bandage.
It's a valid point. I actually don't have a ranged weapon beyond hand axes.
They're light crossbows.
I'm not proficient with light crossbows, but I will take one anyway, since the only thing I've got is a dagger and a dart.
Yep.
I am proficient, so I will take one.
Yep. And a total of 8 bolts.
8.
And if you want, you can walk around and try to pick up the ones on the ground. And you can get...
that was part of the task I issued Trakian, but I'll help him, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he just looted the bodies.
Alright, okay. Sure.
So you can find... how many did they fire?
I do have...
Yeah, it's another 3, so
11.
It's
a simple weapon, that's why.
Yeah. 11 bolts in total.
Hand or light? Sorry.
Light.
Light. Hand. Thank you. Equipment.
Excellent.
Splendid.
I'm
not very good with it, but I can use it.
I am actually good with it. I've still got a +5 to that.
You'd have good decks. Yes, my strength is my thing. But look, it's a ranged weapon. It's a 1d8 damage. That'll do.
There we go. Stupid science.
I have, let's say, 5 crossbow bolts. Probably more than sufficient.
Yeah.
If we manage to retrieve a couple that they fired at us, some of them would inevitably be broken or nicked, but if we can bring it up to an even 10, we can have 5 each.
Yeah, you would find
think she said-
3 more, so 11 in total.
Yep. So I'll let
Splendid.
you have 6 and I'll have 5.
Splendid. All right. Cool. Thank you very much. Well, Trakian, and I offer him one as well.
Oh,
Are you set for ranged weaponry?
I have a bow.
Oh, good. Yes, of course. I knew this. Sorry, yes.
I'm not great at it, but I can use it.
Look, it's the effort that counts. Cool. Yeah, I'll gather up everything else and say, well, should we possibly have a little rest, or shall we carry on?
I'm fine either way.
Alrighty. Well, let's carry on then. To hell with it. Let's go.
Right.
If this lot were sort of worshipping Mevrenbel, then they might well have been reporting to her, so their absence might be noted, and we can't guarantee for how long. So let's carry on.
Right. One question. If we were to be found out, would it perchance be wise? Well, me myself, I'm not sure about you since you're a golden dragonborn, but do you think it would be copper? Right. Do you think it would be wise for me to prostrate myself before them and ask to join their cult? Infiltrate.
Look, you might have better luck than I, to be honest. I have no issue with that idea, if you fancy it. Yeah?
I think it may be advisable.
If you get caught, if we get caught, absolutely. I think, well, you know me. If we get caught, I'll probably be doing the same thing. Just because it keeps them off balance. Keep talking until someone does something useful to you, and then take advantage of the situation. You may have noticed that's the way I sort of operate.
I have.
And it's remarkably effective and very funny.
It very much is. Stop stealing my candy!
Nope.
Sorry.
Hey, my cat tried to eat my donut earlier because he loves bread. But he's sleeping now. It's a good boy. But yeah. So you're... Let's see, how big did I make this map? It's not that big, but yeah. Moving further on along the mountain pass, the wind starts picking up a little bit. And like I said, the mountain itself is not very big. It's clearly a mountain, but it's not a big one. No mountains in this chain of islands is big. And in any other region, it would probably be called a hill.
Right.
But you get a bit further up along the mountain. Looking at the sun, it is starting to not set, but it is lower on the horizon. It is summer in the northern hemisphere, so it's going to take a long time before it sets completely.
Excellent.
I do miss that.
Yeah, we're getting fall here, so now it's actually getting dark at 8 p.m.
Ew. Don't do that.
But this is like end summer, so yeah, the sun would be setting around 8 p.m. ish. Why is the music being dumb? I don't know. And you walk for maybe an hour, hour and a half before you start seeing strange things happening around you. The area seems to twist and change, and there are odd scents. Like, Frimlin, you would be very familiar with these. It smells like jungle trees, and
Oh.
it doesn't fit, like, at all. The scent of pine and leaves just makes way for big leaves and jungle scents. There's also a like dryness to the air that doesn't really fit at all.
I think there's something wrong with the environment ahead.
So yeah, let me see how they describe it. Because it's a effect of being so close to an adult blue dragon.
Yes.
There we go. Yes, yes.
What would Ada know of this? Of the areas of the lairs of adult dragons? She would presumably be aware that that shit can get fucky
Yeah.
around there.
Yes. I mean, considering who her grandmother is and the regional effects of where she lives, give me a history check to see if history or wisdom to see if you remember specifics about blue dragons, because Mavrombel
History
is
or wisdom?
yeah, either what you've learned or what you remember.
Well, I have a nothing to it, but a straight 20. Nat 20.
And nat 20, you do remember that regional effects specific to the blue dragons is that if they usually reside in deserts. Their preferred lairs are in deserts, so this is probably not the main lair of this dragon, because this is, an island archipelago.
Yes.
If it had been in a desert, you would have been slammed by random dust devils from time to time.
Yeah.
With a nat 20, though, you know that there might be sinkholes just appearing at random.
Aha.
And they can range from waist height to oh shit, we're gonna die.
Yes.
You also know that thunderstorms can happen at any moment.
Right. Yeah. Okay. With accompanying rain, or are we expecting? Is it just lightning?
It would be proper thunderstorms, so pelting rain and lightning.
Well, I would relay this to the gentleman. I would say, okay, boys. So racking my brains here. Don't have a huge amount of first-hand experience with blue dragons, but from what Granny's told me, this is probably not the primary lair, but it is.
Right.
But there is a chance of some pretty nasty regional effects. Just the thing about dragons, they're extremely magical creatures, so anything, like just their presence, can really muck a place up. So just being near one, the whole area around us could be riddled with sinkholes, for example. And they could range from anything from like not really a problem to, oh no, that's deadly. And what else do I need to mention? You? Oh yeah, thunderstorms. How are you guys in thunderstorms?
We sometimes have them in the swamp, but not too many.
You may notice the smell.
The
as well.
what do they call that? Like,
sort of ambience.
right. Yes.
Yeah, so
It.
I don't know what it's
It
called
almost.
when it smells from trees, but like when you get it from rock, it would be petrichor.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. One of my favorite words.
Yes. Essence of
God.
stone. But yeah, I don't know what it's called when it's like the scent of wet trees that way, because it has a similar word. If I
Yeah.
but yeah, as you get closer and closer to the lair, you start seeing more like how the vegetation is warping, and Frimlin, you see plants. They're somewhat familiar to you, but smaller, more twisted, and the ground seems to shimmer a little bit in the colors of sand, like more white, beige sand, instead of the dark brown of the dirt that you've been walking on so far.
This place is strange. Wait.
Yeah. It's almost like the vision of sand is superimposed on top of the dirt.
Oh. Can I interact with it? Can I pick the sand up?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can Frimlin
As you try to pick it up,
touch grass?
your hand goes through it, and you
Ah.
just touch the dirt, and you realize
It's
that
it's a mirage.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I wonder how
Yes.
this will get real. The more real, the closer we get. I wonder.
Outrageous.
We wonder that too. He's going to wander over to one of those stunted trees and try and put hands on that.
Yeah. Same thing. Your hand goes through it. It's not like it looks solid, but when you try to touch it, your hand just goes through it. There's nothing there.
Yeah,
Nothing here
Bizarre.
is as it seems.
I tend to operate on that assumption, but yes, you are correct.
I suppose we just proceed with caution. Ow.
As you continue walking, walking slowly, everyone give me a perception check.
I know how to perceive things. I have a +5 to that one for a 12.
I have a +2, 17.
Let me see how this boy does.
Shade.
Okay.
How's
And
Karma doing?
Karma-
You all right, my dear?
Oh, I'm good now. My neck
Okay.
itches, but it's okay.
Yes, it will.
Oof. Okay, so suddenly from behind you, you hear a "Look out!" from Trakian. And
Good. Yep.
Ada and Frimlin and Karma need to make dex saves.
Gosh.
Dex save.
Oops.
That's
Here we go.
21.
17 again. Surprisingly good.
Nice. Karma's eye flips around, and then suddenly you see his feet just give out. He keeps walking further than you guys do, and just his eyes are looking back at you. And fortunately, he just sinks down a little bit and just looks around and, oh no.
You think?
I think we
Help.
should grab his tail.
No.
Yeah.
No?
Why? Why not?
His eyes just roll back, and you can see like he's stuck up to his like his legs are stuck in the dirt. Like, hmm.
Well, Karma, either we grab you by your tail and pull you out, or you're going to sink, and we'll lose you forever. So
Oh,
I'll let you decide, but I'd
Yes,
I'd
your
recommend
call, darling.
let us grab you.
all right.
We'll be gentle.
Right.
Yes, we'll be gentle.
And he just like stares
Go with
straight
that.
out. It looks very weird because it's one eye in each direction, like just resigned to his fate. Because he can't move. You see the sinkhole start widening around him.
Don't struggle now.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
And yeah,
Hate that.
strength or athletics to pull him out, and Trakian is going to help at least one of you, so...
I've got a +2 to athletics. That's better than my +0 to strength. So that is a 9.
Great, good job.
Okay, so he's gonna help at least one of you pulling.
If he's going to help me, I'll. No, that's a 6. So that is a 9.
Ada?
If it was a strength check, it really should have been me.
I mean, Ada, you can try now. Frimlin just plumps on his butt, losing his grip, and Karma is still like...
Athletics? You say athletics?
Athletics or strength?
Well, oh dear. Nope.
Nope. Karma,
Dear,
see...
your tail is extremely slippy. Why? What have you been doing?
Maybe blood? I don't know. You see him just sinking a
doubt
little
it.
bit more.
All right.
And the
here
hole
we go.
widening.
I get some length of my rope and I tie it around his sort of midsection.
Yep.
If possible. Well, I'd probably have to loop it around his neck, to be honest, because I wouldn't be able to get the rope under him. But I do it in such a way because I mean to pull him backwards, so I'm going to be pulling him out, but without throttling him, essentially.
Yep.
Get it so I can get a good grip and wrap it around my arms, and then look like, right, Trakian, Karma, here we go, come on, all three together.
Right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
You want an athletics with advantage, possibly, from
Yes.
me being helped? Yeah.
Trakian is looking around, and then you see him find a rather large branch, and he's gonna chuck it under Karma, and just try to push down on it.
That's a good idea. It's a pity I rolled a 6 and a 3.
You see
for 9.
Yeah, you see Karma moving a little bit upwards, and then oh.
You know, Karma, I'm usually Team Karma when it comes to you and Frimlin, but honestly, dear, you could lose a little weight.
I did.
We were about to lose a lot more.
Really did. He
Yeah.
was a rather fat lizard before.
Round.
There's no need to be hurtful. There's no need to be hurtful. Ooh, there's a thought. Appearance. Not necessarily helpful. Natural weapons. No, that's not useful to me at all. Would be handy in other situations. Yes, no, none of those. It's like I don't have any spells that really help. I can actually prestidigitate my own self. What?
I'm going to bodically inspire you.
That's a good idea.
With my last bodic inspiration.
Good call. I like it.
And you've got the inspire urgency. I don't know if that's useful, but I'm trying.
Yeah. All right. Ada braces herself. I mean, yeah, Ada is going to go into a barbarian rage.
Okay.
She goes into that hyper focus that she did before, and yeah, sort of narrows her eyes and wraps this around her forearms. So yeah, she is going to give herself advantage. That's a little bit better.
There we go.
19.
Well, Trakian's still helping, so if you want to roll again, because super advantage, see if you can get
Super
that.
advantage.
Yes. So you
Alrighty,
can roll
splendid.
3d20s and take the highest.
Yeah, 19 is what it is. If I need to, I can roll. I can add this bardic inspiration. I will. Let's say I will. I can't use it. You can't take it with you, can you?
No, it's 10 minutes.
Another 6. There you go. 25.
Yeah. With the 25, you finally feel the earth give, or the dirt give around Karma, and it's almost like, you know, that in cartoons, when you suddenly just loosens, and Karma basically just almost backflips on top of you, because you're pulling so hard.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And yeah, Ada falls down onto the arse.
Yeah. Karma manages to just right himself coming out of the hole so he doesn't crush you by landing on you.
Thank you.
And just... okay. And you see Draken just dusting himself off, because he was not prepared for that sudden give, so he landed just face planted in on the ground.
Is
Good
everyone
work,
alright?
Draken. Well played. I
Is
apologize
everyone...
for what I said before, Karma.
Oh, I know I was big, but I've been working hard.
Well, you know what they say, that muscle is actually heavier than fat.
They do, don't they?
They do.
Then you must be the strongest thing in the world, Karma. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I need a brief. I need a sit down.
Okay, yeah. Those...
my heart's in my mouth.
yeah.
Shall we? Is it getting dark?
Almost.
Mm.
You looking around, you would think that you have maybe an hour until sunset.
How close do we know how close we are?
With your nat 20 on the history, you would say that you're maybe a mile out at most from the lair.
Oh. Do we want to go in at night?
Are blue dragons nocturnal?
Let me check.
Are blue dragons nocturnal?
Let me double check that. They have blind sight and dark vision, but it doesn't say. Did you see how they hunt? No, they would be. They would probably be. What's that called? They're active.
Crepuscular?
They're active during the day. They're ambush predators.
Oh,
Yeah.
diurnal.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they're ambush predators, so they would be active during the day.
Right. So it'd probably actually be a good idea to go in at night. I super don't like this idea.
would.
I don't have any rages left.
Well, I'd say it might be better if we continue the rest of this journey once night's fallen proper. Take a few hours.
Yes. That at least is a good idea, I think. Yeah, let's do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And Frimlin is happy to at that point find a safe-ish place, like if they can find some fallen trees or something that they can shelter behind up against a ledge or something to sort of hide them from any passers-by. That's what he'd be looking for. He'd probably scale a physical tree if he can find one to take a look and see what he can see.
Yeah, absolutely, you can do that. There are a bunch of outcroppings and cliffs and fallen trees and stuff.
Yeah.
now that you've seen through the illusion, if you squint and just tilt your head a little bit, you can see the actual terrain under it.
Excellent. Oh, itchy.
It takes
Oh,
a little
thank
bit
you.
like focus, but it's not hard once you've managed to see
Yeah.
through it the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've managed to find that.
Yeah.
Trakian offers to take the first, take a watch, because he didn't really get banged up, and he doesn't have anything that needs recharging.
Well, if you're sure.
Well, yeah.
Yes, no, we'll take it.
Yeah.
We will. So, do we short rest or are we going to die?
Yeah. You can take a short rest. Yeah.
Alrighty. I might roll some hit dice.
And yeah,
I'm fine. That doesn't return anything for me, but
yeah, and Karma's almost at full health, so he just
Yep.
takes the time to just get the shaking out of his legs after getting stuck in that sinkhole. The
Yeah.
hole widened as you left, and it wasn't much
Oh,
deeper
dear.
than it was, but it was a lot wider.
how long would it take? Since Frimlin doesn't actually need a short rest right now, how long would it take for him to cover up that sinkhole some to make it kind of like a bit of a trap?
Ooh.
I mean, you could.
Could he do that in an hour?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then yeah, he's going to work at that while you guys take your rest.
Ada uses 2 of her sorcerer dice, so she's doesn't need a song of rest or anything like that. So yeah, that's a great idea. Like that.
Yeah. You see Trakian's silhouette against the setting sun. He's hunched down, and the only reason you can see him is because you know where he is.
Excellent.
His clothes seem to blend in with the general terrain. You can tell from his stance that he's not like a scout or hiding or anything like that, but he is hunched down to not make too much of a silhouette against the sky.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But yeah, you managed to cover up that hole in a way that it would be a pretty efficient trap if someone was to sneak up behind you.
Excellent.
And
Do you want to leave just a little bit of a sort of a something that we'd notice but nobody else would?
Oh, oi,
So
dear.
that we don't fall in it? We don't fall in it on our way back? Good, splendid. Just, you know, if we happen to have a rough time of it and, I don't know, just
Yep.
running a
He
little
has
bit
left.
on edge.
He has left, and he intends to pick it up on the way past a single silver piece just at the lip of the sinkhole.
okay.
Nice.
Yep. Also, Frimlin, you start feeling that tiredness is starting to go away. You're not sure if it's adrenaline or if it's the rest or anything like that, but you're a little bit less exhausted
Excellent.
by this time, and you feel that give it a couple of hours, it might be gone completely, or you might crash when you get back because the adrenaline wears off.
Right.
It's
We'll see.
basically a coin toss at this point.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. Kitten. Cat. Ow.
You do, however, feel that it's not going to hinder you in any way.
Oh, good.
So technically, the point of exhaustion
Is gone.
is gone.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
that's
will remove exhaustion from my me. There we go.
But yeah, you're not really sure if it's the tension or the adrenaline, or if it's just the environment.
Excellent.
But yeah. Whoa! Hello. What?
Bloop.
Bloop! Something have just blooped. What blooped? Hi, bloop.
The bloop bloops. Bloopily.
I hated when the bloop bloops.
Aaron! Thank you so much for the follow.
Hi.
Mother of bunnies.
Oh,
Yes.
Hello. But yeah.
Hello.
As night sets, now let's see. Frimlin has. Did Frimlin have dark vision?
He does.
Yes.
60 feet of it.
Yes.
actually, it seemed to think I do as well.
Yeah.
Because of the kind of sorcerer I am.
So.
Yes, I think so.
If there is a weird squeaking sound, please let me know and I will try and move the cat's head away from my microphone.
Yes, I have 120 feet.
Nice. Yeah. Draken also has dark vision because elf. So yeah, it seems like all of. Wait, do Valinor steeds have that? I have to check that. I do think they do.
Callie, you're so loud.
Oh wow, she
They
is.
do not.
Callie.
Can chameleons see in the dark?
I
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I have to check.
Yeah, that noise that you can hear is my cat purring. I am so sorry.
No, it's a great noise. Indeed. No.
Kitty, you've got to get off my lap now. I am playing D&D. We can't have kitty purrs.
No, they don't really.
Okay.
They can see very well in UV. They see in ultraviolet.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you add ultraviolet light to their tank, they can see very well.
Okay, so Karma is the only one who can't see in the dark.
Right.
Um,
We'll have to put him on a leash.
But they can see in full color. Interestingly,
nice. That's
Yes.
cool.
they can see. Yes, most animals can't see the same amount of colors we can, but chameleons can. Butterflies
Birds can
see
see more.
Yeah,
Some
butterflies,
birds can see
birds,
more.
and
That's cool.
my favorite one is the mantis shrimp.
Wow.
The mantis
Yeah,
shrimp
yeah.
can see so many more colors than we can. Like dogs have 2 light sensing cones in their eyes. Humans have 3. Butterflies have 5. So they
Wow.
can see like light. The world looks significantly cooler for a butterfly. The mantis shrimp has 17.
Whoa.
It
I
is
want
an explosion of
17.
light and color. I don't even know. Like, how could that? But yeah,
Their
they
world
can
must
see
look like
in-
some form of Technicolor short film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mantis shrimp are incredible creatures. Their armor, the U.S. military has actually been looking into the way their shells are constructed for use in tactical body armor, because
Wow.
they can withstand their own. They can move their arms. A punch from them can travel faster than a BB gun bullet. They literally create shockwaves when they punch things in the water that stun and sometimes kill the thing they punch. And it's so fast that it generates little pockets of air that immediately compact down again, creating bursts of light. I'm not making this up. It is
Wow.
upsetting. These creatures are incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want one.
They boil their enemies when they punch them.
I want one.
Unfortunately, yeah, you can't keep them as pets.
Yeah.
They don't keep them in aquariums because they can punch their way out of the tank.
Yep.
Oh.
And they're about 6 inches long. They don't make very good pets. And yeah, I think they're just incredible creatures.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had to do kangaroos, but I still had one as pet.
Well,
Yeah, but they don't leave shattered glass everywhere just because they feel
they
like
might
getting
actually.
out. Well, if you try to keep a kangaroo in a
Roofs are
tank,
dicks. Yeah.
the blame's
He was
on
actually
you.
a really chill. He was actually a really chill roofer, a red too.
Oh, okay.
I had him for 15 years, and he only ever got mildly aggressive once, and that was he stood up and looked at me like I'm gonna, during puberty, I'm gonna have a go, and I just went low and turned away, and that was
It's
it.
like
Only
I'm
once.
gonna just, yeah.
Yeah, no, he could have disemboweled me. I knew that, so I'm just like, yeah, you're the boss. I'm going over here now. You can
Fair.
have the fucking bottle.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's not for you, but you can have it. But yeah.
So yeah, leading Karma along, the trek is a lot slower. All of you all of you except Karma can see what is happening around you, and the strange mix of illusion and real ground seems to intensify until the point where the illusion is stronger than your vision of the actual surroundings. And it's almost like you're standing in a desert oasis. And by the time...
Is the illusion more permanent as well? Or is it still very much an illusion?
It's very much an illusion, but only because you know it is one. Like, if you touch something, your senses are telling you this is a thing, it's here.
Yeah.
But knowing that it's an illusion, you can still, like, your hand slightly passes through it. Like, if you touch a leaf, it feels like a leaf, but it's not physically there.
Yeah.
I see.
But that's only because you know it's an illusion.
Right. Interesting. I'm glad I know then.
Yes.
So, like, all of your senses are trying to tell you that, hi, this is a desert plant. And your logical side is going, no, it's not, this is an illusion.
Except that I know it isn't.
Yeah.
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 And,
Well, splendid.
Karma can't see any of this at all. Like, he sees you because it's a clear night. And,
yeah.
so everything, like, within 10 feet of him is dim light, and then nothing.
Yeah.
So...
No.
Because...
How are we going, finding where we're going wise?
As you get this close, you see a little, what looks like a peak of this hill. It's a flat area, and then just like a large, smaller hill on top of the hill. And it looks to have a cave entrance at one point. And then, knowing what you know from what you were told about the sky entrance, you can tell that all the trees and everything has been taken off the top of this. All around you are trees, like evergreens and trees that belong in temperate climes. But on top of this, there are no trees at all.
Right.
You can see that the top of the smaller hill has been flattened by something, making it easy to land on.
Right. Yeah.
We guess it's very much like a sun-in rock.
Yes. Probably. Frimlin, do you ever have that feeling when you realize that you're completely out of your depth?
Oh, all the time. We've been completely out of my depth. We've been completely out of my depth since I came to this place. But we're just how do they say it? Go with the flow.
Yes, I shall try that. Okay, well, glorious. So, shall we try and find our way in? Now, we've got a bit of a layout, don't we? We've got a bit of a floor plan.
I believe
Yep.
so.
Yeah, so
Sorry, I've got the yawns today.
you got a very simple.
Here comes my empathy.
You got a
Oh,
very
yeah.
simple map drawn from what Kalen
Yes.
told
Right.
Rimiji. So you have a basic
And we
idea.
got a more detailed description from the kobolds too, I believe.
Yeah, you did. So
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
matching the description to the map you got, you know that the upper right chamber, the one that David called Allarsin's throne room, is also where the sky entrance comes in,
Right.
and it's also the one that is the least guarded.
And looking at these,
Let me bring that up for you to
this
just...
area.
Yep.
Sorry. Would I see that from where I'm standing? Would I have an idea of where that might be?
Judging by where you're standing, you can deduce that the cave entrance that you can see is probably the one either the one to the lower left-hand corner of the map or the one at the lower right-hand corner. So in either case, the sky entrance would be at the back of this hill.
Probably beyond the sunning rock, you'd think.
We could go take a look.
You could. You're the stealthy one.
I am.
I have a thought.
Well,
I could talk our
don't hurt
way
yourself.
in. Oh, you. Yes, I could talk our way in.
You could.
See, I can shape change a bit.
That's handy.
Recent thing. I've been practicing. You see, when Gyllene was born, it became necessary, initially at least, to be gold rather than copper. Just it eased the transition for her. So I can make myself look different, and if I wanted to, I could be blue.
Would you
I could probably,
still
even
have
if
that
I knew it.
lovely metallic sheen?
No,
No?
I'd have to ditch it briefly,
Right.
sadly. But yes, I could, if I knew what she looked like, I could probably even get myself a reasonable facsimile of the woman we're here to.
Deal with?
That'd be. Yes, that. She runs her thumb across her throat.
Yeah.
That was the
Understood.
noise I was trying to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. So I can do that. But it might not necessarily be the best way to go about it. I reckon sneaky is better.
Well,
So if you want to scout ahead and see if you can find your way in, let me know, and we'll the rest of us will follow along.
we'll take a look, and if I get into any trouble, we'll make a sound like a. Well, we'll blow on my pipes, just the once.
Do you can you make a noise? I know you're not a lizard really, but can you make a noise that a lizard would make?
Lizards are generally rather quiet.
True, I suppose. Yes, all right then. Well, blow on the pipes, just the once.
We'll blow in the pipes, yes. Right. And yeah, he is going to sort of psych himself up a little, deep breath, and then he is going to attempt to stealth. Stealth! Why, work. That is a 15.
Yeah. That beats any form of passive perception, so sure.
Excellent. And yeah, he is going to stealth and then sort of climb to, like, just as you know, he can climb like directly up
Mhm.
cliff
Yeah.
faces or ceilings or whatever. So he's just going to casually walk up the hill like it's nothing to him and look around for this cave entrance.
Yep. So you see.
It still blows me away to see him do that.
So yeah, you pass by the cave entrance that is right in front of you, and as you come closer, you see another one to your right, meaning that the main one is to
Excellent.
your left, a smaller one is to your right, and then you know that based on the map we were given and the description that the sky entrance will be at the top and to the left, like back left of this hill.
Yep, that is exactly
No,
where
back
he's
right. Back right. Yeah.
Yep, I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
But that's exactly where he's going.
Yeah. It doesn't take you too long to find it. It's a big hole. It's a very very big hole.
Yeah, so he's going to peer down into it real quick.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have his Jester cap, so that's not going to jingle. So he's just going
Yeah.
to peer over the edge before scurrying down like a lizard.
So you have 60 feet of dark vision, right?
Yep.
So looking down, you can see the ground just at the edge of your vision.
Okay.
No, wait. 60. No, that's too deep. You see the ground rather clearly, and it looks like the hole is empty, most of it. And then looking down, you see that there's an opening at one end with a gilded arch over it. You also see the base of two very fine statues by this arch. You can only see the corners of them, but they look, even with the because you couldn't see that actually. You can guess from the glint that the arch is made out of some form of metal, because you only see grayscale at night. I forgot about that. Same thing with these statues, but they look very nice. And there's a
So he's had a run-in with statues before.
Yes. Yes.
So he's wary of the statues. So he is going to walk along the ceiling. I'm guessing this is almost like a domed ceiling.
So you to get down to the bottom, you would have to climb along the side. It's about 12 feet deep.
Yep, he'll do that.
Yeah,
and then he'd like to sort of climb along the ceiling.
It's very high. The ceiling is it goes all those 12 feet up. But yes, you can crawl along it. Now let's see. This is what you would see. So
I should probably look at that.
I'm going to put your token on there. See what you're seeing. Let me see. Where are you? Frimlin, there. So you would be right here. And let's see. In front of you, you see two kobolds that seem to be playing some form of game involving bones. Just sitting by the brushes. Next to them is a small fire burning in a brazier. The light is like not great, but it's enough.
Okay.
Enough for them to see, at least. You also see a exceptionally fine carved plinth in the shape of a sun with a large it's amber colored and has a little bit of what's that called? Why is it doing that? There we go. It's almost like a lamp that is not lit, so it looks like
Okay.
amber colored glass. Everything is
Ooh,
casting
shiny.
long shadows from the small braziers that you see.
Excellent. And around here, the only things I can see that are living are those 2 kobolds?
Yep, from your angle, yes.
Yep, okay. Sorry, sore throat. For now, he's going to leave them where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sort of... Sorry. He's sort of glancing an eye around, and he's going to, So we're looking for, the Mevronbell's daughter, right?
Mevronbell's daughter, yes, but your objective is to rescue Danar.
Yes. And he's not in this.
No.
He's clearly not here. So he's going to wander around the ceiling up a little further.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to skirt past the thing.
Yep.
Sort of over here, he'll sort of sneak behind the statue to look this way.
Yeah, give me another stealth check.
That's sleight of hand, Terris. Don't roll that one. That's a 12. Shit. That's not ideal.
As you skirt around, you suddenly hear a stone come loose and hit the ground. And you hear... sorry, what?
No!
Yeah, and you...
Yeah.
Are you okay, Frimlin?
Looking ahead,
Oh,
you
no,
see a bunch of those smaller braziers surrounding a mound of pillows where a large blue Dragonborn is sitting, and then she just gets on her feet slowly and pulls a longsword out and looks straight at you, Frimlin.
He's going to drop down in front of the statue.
Yep.
Why did that not work?
I
Drop
don't...
down in front of the statue. And he is going to bow very formally to her.
As you do, you see that she has 2 guards next to the her throne. Both of them wearing proper helmets. No kettles, no cauldrons, nothing. Proper helmets,
Excellent.
proper shields, and proper spears. And she just stands up, looks at Frimlin, and... Well, it would seem that we have an uninvited guest.
What's her name again?
Alracin.
Lady Alderson. I am Frimlin of the Marshland. I come to you as a friend.
A friend would knock or send a letter in advance.
Oh, no, not that kind of friend. I felt it, well, I felt it would be advisable to give you a small, I'm looking for a word, like an example, demonstration of my skill set before we meet.
Right. But we have
Unfortunately.
met now.
Well, yes, we have. My expertise is in finding weaknesses in one's defenses. I believe I found one. And he looks up at the hole in the sky, in the cave.
Huh. It seems that you would have a point in this. Now, Frimlin of the Marshes, as you have informed me of this, tell me, is there a reason why I should not put your head on a spike by this hole?
I wish only to serve you. Would you really do in a loyal subject? Someone who came specifically to you in order to help you?
Give me a persuasion check.
That's 12.
Why? Your proposal does sound interesting. However, as you can see, I have loyal subjects already. Now I ask you once again. And she takes a long step forward, and you can see her chainmail just glinting in the light from these braziers.
He is going to take a step forward to meet her, and then he is going to take a knee, exposing his neck.
Yeah, she lifts the long sword and just places it on your shoulder, and you are a cute one, I'll give you that.
I come to you with no background, no family to call my own. I am an outcast because as a hybrid like I am, none will have me. But if you were to accept me as your own, as one of your subjects, I would be incredibly loyal.
Like I said, you are a cute one. And she'll take the tip of the sword and just lift Frimlin's chin up.
And he will avoid meeting her gaze. He'll let his head be lifted, but he'll just keep his gaze slightly averted, out of what he would consider a sign of respect.
Yeah. You did manage to get through into my room. This
I
is
did.
true. So obviously that has to be fixed.
My suggestion would be a guard or two up there.
I like that idea. I shall pass it through to my mother, as she is the one making such decisions. Now, you are
Really?
cute.
For your own room.
I live here only by the grace of her benevolence.
As
After
I
all.
would serve you only by the grace of your benevolence.
I
Maybe.
like you. Tell me, as your ability to hide failed you, is there anything else that you are proficient in that might be of use to me?
Well, I'm a little bit of an entertainer. I can heal fairly well. My skill set is rather varied, in fact.
And she takes a step back, lets the
I
sword
pick a good lock.
fall. And entertainer, you say?
Entertainer, yes.
What specific sort of entertainment are you talking about?
Well, I'm a tumbler, an acrobat, a musician. I can tell a story, and a couple of jokes here and there. I'm not exactly good at dancing, but if you want me to give you a whirl on the dance floor, I could certainly give it a try, madam.
I am not much of a dancer myself, but I do enjoy music. So, if you could play me a tune that I enjoy, I will
Uh,
reconsider decorating my room with your head.
what's your pleasure? And he's going to hold up his pipes.
I am a fan of slow music. The kind you can just lay around and enjoy without too much movement.
So he's going to just hold up a finger, just one moment. I need to make sure everything's in order. There may be a little bit of a sound first, but after that, we'll get to playing. And he's going to on the high end blast one long note, and then he's going to get into playing on the other end of the spectrum a sort of mellow, sort of ambient music. There's a bit of scale in it. He makes some sounds kind of like bird song from the pipes, but it's for the most part very very soothing and lower end, a sort of mellower tune.
Yep. Give me a performance check.
That is a 23.
Nice. Yeah, you see her eyes start closing and she's swaying a little bit to the music before she sheaths the sword again, backs up and just lounges back on the mound of pillows. Still keeping an eye on you, but
Yep.
she's clearly not in a hostile mood anymore.
So he is going to, with her permission, move to her rug and sit cross-legged, still playing the pipes for a moment. Then he's going to put them away, and he is going to, with a very melodic voice, start singing a song in the same tune about wind through the reeds in the marshes and the singing of the croaking chorus of frogs and cicadas and the like. It's a song from his homeland about, and obviously something that she wouldn't have heard because his homeland doesn't exist, but just about a very simple life in the swamp.
You see her still watching you through half-closed eyes, but yeah, she's relaxing, just leaning back. The two guards next to her are just at ease, not at all in any form of hostile mood. Ada, what do? You've just heard a piercing sound of the pipes.
Super great. Very cool. How far away am I?
You would be...
Am I on this map, or am I not on this map?
That depends. By the time... While Frimlin was climbing up, it's just like 20 feet until to the cave entrance that you can see. And then another... To the top, it would be maybe another 20, 22 feet to climb up on top, because
Okay. Ooh, here's a thought. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Ada would get. Ada would climb up as stealthily as possible, possibly with the assistance of Karma. If he would be useful, if he would be like a useful assistant in this.
Yeah, he
She's
would.
firstly wanting to.
Yeah, he would absolutely
Yeah.
like offer you to step off his back to get up.
Yes. And she'd bring what's his face with her.
Trachean, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she is considering. So I have used my 3 sorcery points to regenerate a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
Because several of my 2nd level spells could be useful in this situation. Yeah, but yeah, she is looking to get Can she see when she gets to the top? Can she see Frimlin from the entrance hole?
No.
Okay. Has he passed through any doors or anything?
He has only walked like when you peer down into the hole, you see the ground, and looking towards the opening, you can see this arch. That is the only opening in this hole. Otherwise, the walls of this hole go straight up. So it's basically a well with an opening at one end.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, judging by the depth, you can tell it's maybe 12 feet down.
Right. Okay. And I can't see anything at the bottom. I can't see any people down the bottom.
No.
Alrighty. Where on the map am I looking? Where is this well?
Right here. You should be able to see
The
it.
sun?
No, do you see the ping? Yeah, that there.
No, I don't. The blue?
Yeah. So it's, if I put, let me put Trachean where the well is. So
yes, good idea.
there. You might have to refresh if it doesn't show up.
Okay, right, okay. So there's nobody in there, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah. She would descend. She would head down with Trachean.
Yep.
Yeah. So, we can see the 2 kobolds through the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. She. Yes, if you wouldn't mind plonking me down there as well,
Here?
Ada. I can do it. There we are. Alrighty, there we are. I've figured it out. Cool. Yeah, Ada would advance to the door, stealthily. Obviously, do you want me to roll stealth?
Yes. It's not very
Okay,
hard to
splendid.
beat, but you know.
Cool. Here we go. Badly. Oh no, 21.
Yeah, no problem. Your men,
Ada is
Excellent.
they are very preoccupied
KKK.
with their game.
right. Cool, good. Okay. Ada would basically mutter. In fact, she would message to Trachean, "Stay here. If combat happens, you 2 come in. Arrows flying, yes."
Yes. And he just quickly nods and
Yeah.
pulls out his bow.
She can hear music, yeah.
Yes. You would hear Frimlin playing at the tail end of his song.
Cool. Frimlin, you would get a message in your mind as well, because I technically don't need to be able to see the person. I just need to. A foot of rock blocks it, but
It's not that thick, so.
yeah.
Right.
But yeah, she says, "Okay, things are going great by the sound of it. How are you?"
I'm trying to calm the lass.
Calm her.
I've offered her my services for now.
Oh, good for you. Well done.
I think she's bought it.
I get the feeling that she's the sort that if she didn't buy it, you'd be dead.
Well, she offered.
Right, good. So, thoughts on the next sort of step? I did think charm person, to be honest.
I could do that, I think.
Can you? Because she's friendly to you.
I could, but
Friendly would be an exaggeration, but not hostile.
Not hostile.
She's already somewhat friendly to me. I think. He's going to sort of.
We need to get her away from. I mean, if we want to do her in, as it were, we need to get her away from the others, from her guards. But
Right.
if you could distract her, and I could just do the thing that we came here to do.
We could try.
And I'll
If
keep
she
this line of
doesn't tire of my
communication
music.
open. Exactly.
If she doesn't tire of my music, I can keep her occupied for an hour or so. I hope.
Well, Trachean and Karma are in the room we all came in through.
Right.
And they're ready to come at a moment's notice. But I could nip off and do what we came here to do, which, as I recall, is actually not kill her. It's to just retrieve someone. Mm-hmm.
Yes, young fellow. Well, young.
Yes. Well, if I go and
friend.
find the young fellow and see if I can't get him back out the hole without any problems, then that would be, I think, probably a better way of going about this.
That would work for me.
Can
I don't think I'm in any immediate danger.
Her eyes closed.
Halfway.
Okay. So I would like to just peer around the corner.
Okay.
As little as possible to be able to see her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with the 21 you can do that. That's not a problem.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Cool. I now know what she looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I do a quick job of remembering, and then I look for other exits, other doors, other places that the... well, I know on my map where the prisoners are kept, yes, which is presumably to the south of me.
South. Well, on the map, it's a little bit to the south, and then to your right. Well, if you're peering around the corner, it would be directly to your to the right of the map.
Right. Okay. Okay. Glorious. I would be sort of here.
So,
hang on.
Looking at Alracin, you see a very, very slim Dragonborn with like elegantly curved horns going from her eyebrow ridge back, and a long white hair held back in a warrior's tail.
Oh.
And a single horn poking out from her sharp triangular snout. She's also dressed in chainmail, and you can see a elegant long sword at her side. She's just leaning back against the pillows at this point, just observing Frimlin, but she's very relaxed.
Okay, splendid. Good. Well, I'll leave her to it then. She's having a great time. Frimlin's alive. Marvelous. So I'm going to go and see if I can't spring a prisoner or three.
Yep. So.
If nothing else, that's allies.
Looking around,
Absolutely.
you see the two kobolds playing some form of game with bones. Behind them, like diagonal behind them is a door.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very ornate and looks gilded in the light, in the faint light from the small brazier.
Yeah.
It also looks like it has a lock, but you can't tell if it's locked or not. It's closed.
Okay.
Yes?
Would Ada be telling me basically where she looks like she might be going?
Yes, I plan to keep
Okay.
this line of communication open.
Right,
The range is
okay.
120 feet.
So, what
yeah.
Frimlin would like to do is he's just as he finishes his song, just to the blue dragonborn lady, just if you don't mind, I'd like to incorporate your kobold friends in a little bit of a song.
Why?
Or they could well, it's best done with a stomping drumline.
Right.
And he's going to do the stump stump clap of basically the war
We Will Rock
anthem.
You?
We will rock you. Yes.
Yes.
It's just fellows. And he's going to stump clap. Can you do this? And he's going to stump clap, and get them into the get the two that are on the side of her into it, and then he's going to look down and just boys to the other two.
Yep. They look up
To see if
at you from their game, and they can't really see you from their angle. So, but you hear a rattling sound of dice, or well, the bones, and then you hear Alarasin like, "I like this idea," and then she'll call out in Draconic. Basically, you come here. Ada, you would hear this because you speak Draconic, and they will. I mean, they can't see her either, but they're like, okay, it's just us here, and just okie dokie. We're not gonna say no to the dragon lady.
Yep, he's going to get them to start stomping. And then to start, he's going to play the melody before going into the verses, just to give them an idea. Then he's going to go into the first verse, and then he's going to really encourage them to start the chorus of it. And gets this to happen a few times until they're really into it.
Okay, give me another performance check.
Oh, God.
And yes, do it with advantage, because you're getting help from these kobolds.
That's a 15.
15, yes, that was the DC. So
Oh, thank God.
So yeah, she's looking at you like, the hell, I told you slow, but okay, and then she just starts
It's kind of cool though, it's a good song.
Nodding her head to it and like, yeah, I enjoy this. She's still not moving from her pose, from her spot.
No, we don't want her to, that's fine.
Yeah. But you see the kobolds are getting into it. They're like, oh, this is fun. And the two by her side, they're basically banging their spears against the shields. It is very loud. And since this is a high ceiling cave, it echoes a lot.
Maybe don't overdo it, dear. The dragon might be here.
Well, if the dragon's here, perhaps she'll like the performance and come to watch.
And Ada nips over to the door.
Yeah.
And attempts to open it.
Yeah. It's not locked. It's a bit, difficult to get open, but it's not locked.
I can't look.
Peering inside, you see a bunch of very simple beds made out of hay bales and clusters of hay. All of them are in pristine shape. There's no mold or anything like that, but they're very, very simple.
Cool.
Don't stay
And there's a big brazier in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And this room is a lot brighter than the other room because of the brazier in the middle, and it's also a lot warmer because of the heat from the fire.
Also interesting.
Yeah.
If I open the door, like I open the door only a crack
Yeah.
to sort of peer in and notice this immediately, and I think, will it be obvious that the door has been opened if the light from the brazier, it beams out from the door into the room I'm in?
Give me a survival check.
Mm-hmm. I'm good at that. Oh, 8.
I mean, you cast a shadow, but you can't really tell, if...
Like, Ada is the inclination is very much to put the fire out.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can tell that you're casting a shadow, but beyond that, it's like... So...
Yeah, I'm going to put the fire out with prestidigitation.
Okay,
Sort of
yep.
damp that down. It probably takes a little minute. It's sort of like, nip, there we go. But, like, she's not, like, standing in the doorway. If she is, she's trying to... Yeah. The door is open a crack at most. She's trying to be very, like, subtle about this. And then, yeah, once it's out, she goes in.
Okay, yep. Looking around, you notice that the room is empty.
Mm-hmm.
It says... It's been used, but it looks like a very, very simple bedroom. Like,
Am I thinking this is probably the kobold's room? Like, it looks like some effort has been made to make sure the people who sleep in it are comfortable.
Yes.
Which doesn't strike me as something you would do for prisoners.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, this doesn't look like a prisoner's room. This looks like where the kobolds are sleeping.
Right. Okay. Well, there's 2 other ones?
Yes, there are 2 other doors. One at the south and one to the north of the room.
I go north.
Yeah,
and I can see in the dark, so it doesn't matter that it's dark.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, judging by the map and the description you've been given, that's where the prisoners would be held. So, yeah.
I like this plan. It wasn't really the plan, but I like it. It's working well, Frimlin. Good job.
And yeah, all the walls are made out of wood, finely carved. It looks like someone has used either fine tools or magic to create walls out of thin or like thickly packed roots.
Oh, cool. Love it.
Epic.
And the ground is sandstone.
I expected nothing else.
But yeah, there is no real sandstone on this island, but the ground is made out of sandstone.
Sure. Sounds weird. Love it.
Yes.
Once again, I try the door.
Yeah, this door is locked.
Oh, good. I have obviously closed the previous door behind me.
Yeah.
Giving me a little bit more of a barrier. I wait for a dum dum clap, dum dum clap to... I mean, I would try and pick it, but I don't think I could. I can try if you like.
I mean,
but
if you want.
I'm suspecting I'm just going to have to break it. Let's try it. Sleight of hand?
Yep.
Oh, 15.
Yep. You have no problems picking that lock. It's a very simple lock.
Okay. Yeah,
Epic.
Ada gets out one of her javelins and just sort of shoves it in there and breaks the lock.
Yep.
It's like, best key in the world. Love it. Okay. The die sort of spun on its end around the 20 and went to a 14. I was like, never mind.
Nah.
Yeah. Ada breaks the lock and then sticks her head in.
Yeah. Sticking your head in, you see through the bars of a wooden cage that there is a kobold standing by one of the cages looking at it. You can see that there's something in there, but looking through the wooden cages on the way, it obscures the vision. Let's see. The door, the door opens inwards. So you would have to peer further in to see more of the area, but you can also see a weapons rack filled with hooks and swords with like hooked ends, and something that looks like a skewer, and all kinds of nasty weapons that are designed to do a lot of damage coming out, but not as much going in.
Interesting. As in like large scale ones, sort of for doing damage to a large creature.
No.
No. Good. Okay. Splendid. So the kobold has his back to me.
Half profile. Like
Right.
you see his profile.
Yeah. Ada is going to use minor illusion.
Okay.
To create a distraction on the floor, a shiny gold piece that twinkles. Is it lit in here? Is it quite well? Is there a light?
Yes, the walls are lined with torches, so it is quite well lit. There are no braziers in here though, but there are torches along the walls.
Okay. Yes, a coin, a gold coin that glitters in the light. And she firstly makes the sound of a coin hitting the ground, and then the coin is sort of spinning on its edge as it goes to collapse onto the ground. So that and she's going to do it so that the kobold will turn and look at it, so that she can approach the kobold from behind.
Yep. He whips his head around towards the coin, and he just goes, "Ah! Ha!" And you hear two voices replying with a similar "Ha! Coin!" And you realize that obscured by the door are two more.
Good. I'm glad that I didn't go in then. Do they rush over as well? The coin rolls around on the floor.
Yeah, one of them runs over. A kobold that looks pretty similar to the other one, and looks rather similar to David and the others. Both of these are blue kobolds, and both of them are like trying to chase this coin and catch it.
She sends the coin running all the way up the room to the far corner.
Yeah, and they're trying to chase after it because they are not smart boys. they are dumb as rocks. So they run up and try to catch this.
Ada would stick her head in and see if she can't see. Like, she heard another kobold, so it was like, oh god, there's maybe more. Is there another?
Yes.
Is he watching them?
He's looking at the two of them and like shaking his head like...
Ada ghosts him.
Okay.
Ada would go over and would as this is continuing along, Ada would go along behind him and basically just grapple him, silencing him, and pick him up and carry him back out the door.
You do that because he might be smart, but he's not strong.
Okay.
So
Splendid.
he's trying to...
I can roll it if you like, but...
let me check something real quick, because I didn't check his dex. Yeah, you're gonna have to roll it because his dex is rather high. So he could actually slip out. Not with that roll, no, he won't.
Good, because I didn't roll brilliantly.
Oh, he rolled worse. So he's trying to fight you, trying to like get out of your grasp.
Yep, love it.
He's
not a problem. Not a problem.
He's a lot slimmer and a bit taller than the other kobolds.
Oh.
And he has no weapons on him.
Okay. She casts Charm Person on him outside.
Okay, so that's a wisdom save, right?
Like, yeah, she is not wanting to hurt him. This is just like, come with me, come with me.
Okay,
Not a
that's
problem,
yeah. That's a 7.
Ta-da.
Yes.
He might be charmed.
Yes.
Also, it's worthy to note where the coin went. Can at the far end, can Ada see like a bars, like a cage?
Yes.
The coin would roll in between the bars on the cage.
Okay. As you're looking that way, you see a figure hunched down and chained to the wall. Like, not arms up, but like you can clearly see that there are chains going from the arms into the wall.
Yeah.
But you can't make out anything because they're like hunched over and like curled up.
Totally fine. The coin rolls behind one of the legs of that person.
Yep. And you
just in case they wanted to figure out, oh, what happened to this magically disappearing coin? Yeah, she would do that. And charms this person and pulls him out of the room. Says, hello, nice to meet you. Sorry about that. I just wanted you to be quiet and I didn't want to... It's a surprise for your friends.
Oh, okay. And you see
What's your name?
Name. My name is Ralgo.
Ralgo. How lovely to meet you, Ralgo.
And he
I'm
looks at
Ada.
you like with stars in his eyes, like, Ada.
Are you all right, Ralgo?
You're pretty.
Well, that's very kind of you to say. How accurate as well. Okay, so, Ralgo, what's your job here?
I invent things.
Oh, splendid. Oh, how clever of you. Oh, marvelous. What do you invent?
Cages and weapons
Oh, gosh.
and things.
So those are all your creations, are they?
Yes. When the mistress asks me, I invent things to make people talk.
Oh.
Gosh, how do you do that? That's jolly clever of you. What do you do?
When I invent things,
Hmm.
I write them on paper and then I give them to the mistress, and she makes them, and then Lady Mevronbell approves them or burns them.
She would, yes. Of course. Understandable. How do you make people talk?
I don't want to be there when they do.
Is it a sort of a painful thing?
Yes.
I see. Well,
the
very
mis-
effective. Good job. I know. It's not very nice, is it?
No, the mistress made me talk once and I don't want it again.
No, I would never do that to you. There's no need for it at all. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, look, I've got to go in there. So, those two in there, what are their names?
Their names, Eso and Tass.
Right, good.
I don't like them, they're dumb.
They are, I imagine, yes. Well, are you the boss of them? Do you get to tell them what to do, or do they tell you what to do?
I get to tell them. The mistress put me in charge of them.
Oh, good. Well, of course she would. You're very smart, aren't you? You want the smart kobolds leading the stupid ones. Glorious. Well, so, new orders from Lady Mevronbell. As it turns out, she wants to. She's going to want to have a chat with this prisoner of hers, because it hasn't. They haven't told her anything yet, have they?
No, he's very stubborn.
Good. Well, we're going to have another go. I'm a new employee of Lady Mevronbell, and yes, she and I are going to try and get this one to talk. So, you and I will go in there and we'll tell your subordinates to help me get them out. All right?
Okay.
Okay,
Lady
splendid.
Mevrenbell would hire you. You're pretty, and she likes pretty things.
I know. That is why she hired me. Well done. Gosh, you are clever. I do love meeting a clever kobold. Splendid.
Thank you.
All right,
I
in
love
we
him.
go then. Let's go.
He is
Not that clever,
completely
poor
like
kid.
starstruck
Yeah.
at this point. It's like,
I love him.
He's going to be completely destroyed in 58 minutes.
Maybe not.
Look, I'm glad I didn't throttle him. He is a charmer. Love a clever kobold. I'm sure David and the rest will sort him out. The thing is, here's the thing. Lady Mevrenbell is rather disappointed with the other two in there, though. So what we're going to do is we'll take the prisoner out and pop the other two in the cage. All right?
okay.
But they might not want to. You know how they are. Very stupid creatures, not obeying Lady Mevrenbell. So if they do, I may have to be a little bit violent with them, to get them to obey. Okay? Just to be clear, it's all because Lady Mevrenbell wants this to happen, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You've got my back, don't you?
Always. If whatever Lady Mevrenbell wants, she gets.
Exactly. Very, very true in my experience. Okay. Alrighty, in we go then.
Okay. He straightens up a little bit and walks in before you, and then in Draconic he just barks out, "You two! Prisoner! Release!" And they look at him like, "Are you dumb?" And, "No, Our Lady Mevrenbell wants the prisoner. This lady here," and he indicates to Ada, "is to oversee the transport."
And Ada is looking aloof and very haughty. Like, do what I want or I will murder you and it'll be your fault.
Yeah. They look between themselves and then, "Oh, if Lady Mevrenbell orders it, yes, of course, it will
Yes.
happen."
All right, in you go. Go and get him then. And I go over. Ada goes over and sees to it that the prisoner is removed.
Yeah.
And messages the prisoner. I send a message to the prisoner saying, "We're going to get you out. I'm here to help. Don't react to this message. They can't hear it. How are you?"
He replies with I've been better."
On a scale of 1 to being able to help me fight our way out of here, are you?
"If I must."
Noted. I've got friends. It shouldn't be necessary, hopefully.
Okay.
But we'll see. Okay, come on then.
Yeah. Ralgo goes over, unlocks the cage, bends down and unlocks the shackles, and then the figure straightens out, and you see the moth-eaten blanket that he was wearing over his head falls down a bit, and you see an albino elf
Oh, cool.
with white hair and glowing. In the light from the torch, his eyes would be glowing slightly red.
Yep.
But he looks bruised and battered, and there are cuts along his throat and face.
Oh dear.
He can't stand up without problem, but he's hunching a little bit as he stands.
Cool. She says, right. Then she waves her hand Jedi mind trick style in front of the guy's face. And casts minor illusion for some sparkly lights, essentially, along her hand. This is all for the kobold's benefit. She says, "You will obey me, elf." And message him, play along.
Yeah, he.
And
You just get a. Well, if a thought can chuckle, you get a chuckle, and he just sways a little bit, and his gaze turns glassy, and he just
yeah.
nods slowly, and steps out.
Okay. Right then, you two in the cage. It needs cleaning.
Oh, right. And yeah, they pop in and start rummaging through the
Nice.
stuff and folding the blanket and.
Yeah. She says, "I'm going to close this. I want it sparkling clean in there when I come back. All right?
Right.
Not a peep out of you." She closes the door, locks it, and leaves.
Yeah. One of them. Let's see. One of them just whips around and just. Oi! And starts fighting with the door because he heard the click of the lock. It's like.
Oh.
He starts banging on it.
Hush now. She will actually turn around and say, "You be quiet." What was the name of the woman?
Alrison.
You be quiet. Elrison is enjoying herself in the next room. You shush.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Tidy.
This, I'm assuming that you're still keeping Frimlin appraised of the situation.
As well as possible, yes.
Yeah, he's going to ramp up the music one more notch. And just over the din, he's just going to say, I know this isn't what you
Restful.
asked of me, but I wanted to show you how we could, spur the kobolds into, sort of a frenzy for battle. You see, music is powerful. Look at them.
That it is. And I am quite enjoying this. It gets my heart pumping faster.
Oh, I bet. And then straight back into it as the
Yeah.
that was during the chorus, and then straight back into it with another verse.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love
Ada is going to basically. Our job was to get the person out, right?
Yes.
Love it. Ada is going to Ralgo and the prisoner will come with Ada quietly back to the well. She will say, "Now, Ralgo, the Lady Mevrimbel has put together a special information. She like it's." She looks like she goes to say torture, and then she goes, "Information gathering situation. But we've got to head outside to go. Are you good to come with me for that?"
Oh, if Lady Mevrimbel orders it, I will. Yes.
But of course she does. Of course she does.
Yep.
So yeah, she takes him back to the well where the other two are waiting, where Karma and Trajan?
Trakian, yes.
Trakian are waiting, and she says, "All right, lads, this is Ralgo. Ralgo is our prisoner's keeper. We are going to take the prisoner to Lady Mevrimbel now. Up you go then, up the rope."
Yep.
And we all leave.
Yep. Give me a quick stealth check.
Sure.
Ta-da.
Here's where it all goes tumbling down. Oh!
No!
3 plus 3, 6.
Am I still helping with the noise?
Yes. So you
Okay.
can roll with advantage. Well, that was slightly better.
Better.
I think hearing that, Frimlin is going to play his trump card, which is in Draconic, which he doesn't speak. He has memorized a specific phrase from David.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
he is going to say this to the 4 kobolds that he has been musicking with.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
you hear them, you see them just pause for a moment and then, right? And then Alrasin just straightens up. This time when her eyes narrow, it is not in enjoyment. She just looks straight at Frimlin at this point.
Just a friend of mine told me that saying. I'm not sure what it means, but he told me that if I said it, I would be welcomed into the fold here. Am I wrong?
It is a passcode we use. I was just not prepared for an outsider to know it.
Well, that's another security breach then.
Now...
My lady,
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that you may have some spies within your ranks.
I might have suspected such. But for a... I don't even know what you are, except entertaining.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Well, unfortunately, as entertaining as you have been...
Well, my lady, I must say, the blood of dragons runs through my veins, but I have not the language.
Right. You do look like what a kobold might look like if they had been tainted. But you came into my home, my room.
I did. I did.
And now I do believe you're trying to distract me from whatever made that sound.
Sound?
And we've been up
drum?
the rope we go.
The drums?
No. And she stands up and takes a step over to Frimlin. It sounded like metal on stone. Would
And
you
he's going to
know?
look at one of the fellows with the spears. Just points. Tilts his head.
Yeah, she crouches down in front of Frimlin. You know, that crouch, elbows on her knees, chin on her hands. Do you honestly believe that I do not know the difference between weapons on shields and metal on stone?
Well, no, but I don't.
Right. You're not a fighter.
No, I'm an entertainer. I mean, I can hold my own, but it's not my profession.
Now, I could just run you through right here. But you see...
Well, I'd prefer you wouldn't.
You see...
Plus... Go ahead, lass.
You see, I do like to hunt my prey.
Want
So...
your prey? I'm afraid I'm not really prey. We wouldn't make a fine meal, and I'd be tough and stringy.
but if combined with other things, such as herbs, maybe a vegetable or two, I think you could make a delicacy. Now,
Perhaps a stew?
Perhaps, yes.
I'm not entirely versed in pure-blooded dragons and Dragonborn, but from what I tell, I was not aware that they were cannibalistic.
I wouldn't be eating you.
Who would?
I would think that the animals of the forest might enjoy whatever you are. So, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
You are going to walk out of here and run. I'm gonna give you half an hour head start.
Understood.
Now toddle off. Shoot.
One thing, madam.
Yes.
And, oh dear. He's going to, grin. Just, were you familiar with, was it four? The, bandit people.
5.
5.
5.
4 and their
Were
leader.
were you familiar with a, certain, big fellow and his, 4 companions out in the woods?
I am aware of them, yes?
Yes. Can I be honest with you?
It's in your best interests, yes.
I haven't been exactly candid, but, they sent me here to act as a distraction while they, stole Lady Mavrenbell's, treasure.
What? Give me a deception check.
That is a 19. It's just, I
yeah.
wouldn't have done it, honestly. But, well, you see, they've got someone very precious to me in captivity, and I couldn't bear to lose them.
She stands up straight and basically grabs Frimlin by the throat and just lifts him.
I'm so sorry, mistress.
If a single thing is missing, I will crush your head. And then just
Understood.
throws him towards one of the braziers. And then just snaps her fingers and stalks over towards the end of the cave you're in, where you can see 2 more gilded arches. Yeah, the kobolds. Give me my kobold. There we go. And the kobold guards just follow behind her as fast as their little legs can carry them, as do the other 2 kobolds, basically running.
At this point, Frimlin is going to try and scale the wall and get up and out of this system.
Absolutely.
As fast as his little legs can carry him.
You can hear like
Ada's probably been like listening to this. I can't imagine this conversation has been super quiet.
No,
Ada's
she is
been at the top.
pissed.
The rest are already up there. And Ada is listening like, I think now, darling, now might be a good time.
Absolutely.
Well played, though. Good job. Thank you for covering for me. Honestly. It turns out when someone's been tortured really badly, they're not very quiet.
Understood.
Yeah. Standing at the top of the hole of the well, you can see that awkward thing where some people do when they've just met again after a really tense situation. Danor's hand is just barely touching Trakian's, where it rests on top of the sword hilt. And Trakian's
for
just...
God's sake, man, just hug the man.
What? Oh.
Nothing. Nothing. I said nothing. Nothing.
You see Trakian just grinning suddenly and then pull Danor in. And you hear a pain grunt like...
Gently, darling, gently. He has been asked for information several times. Now, he is obeying everything I say right now. We're going to go and meet Lady Mevrimbel, who is going to do some interrogating on him. Isn't that right, Ralgo?
Yes, yes.
She says this out loud for everyone's benefit.
Uh-huh.
And then messages in your heads,
Excellent.
play along. Ralgo is very much under a spell.
Right.
And
Understood.
I think it would be a good idea if Ralgo remained working for us rather than got returned to Lady Mevrimbel for a couple of reasons, at least partially for his own health. But also the health
Understood.
of anybody else who happened to wind up here. What do we think the over-under is on you being hunted, Frimlin?
Oh. We think about 100%.
Rather good. Okay, good. Well, we might have bought ourselves a couple of minutes, or she might realize you're deceiving and actually come faster. So, let's go. I think we're going to want to tie Ralgo up sooner rather than later, but let's get away from here first.
Right.
Excellent. Whew.
And yeah, you make your way down the hillside, down to the plateau, and
Up, it's this way.
and you make, as you reach the area back where the pass leads up, you give me a perception check.
Perception?
Oof, that's not good.
That's Nat 20.
Nice. Ada,
At least one
Not
of us
two.
is useful.
yeah. Coming down from the hill, you suddenly hear a horn. And it is the kind of horn a hunter would use to call their dogs.
Right. Okay.
So let's
Quickly, off we go.
yeah. So you get to the mountain pass again. I'm gonna. Why are you up there? Stupid thing. I'm gonna remove the dead bandit because I forgot to do that. They're not there anymore.
Now we're wanting to go to that place where Karma almost got sunk,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what that. Yeah, right.
Yep, hi,
Yes.
Are there any trees along the way?
Yes. There are a lot of trees. Cat?
All right. Ada says, now, Ralgo, this is important, very, very important. As part of, and I promise this, you are not going to get hurt, but part of this interrogation involves you being tied up. Lady Mevrimbel does require this, so I'm just going to tie you up. I'll be very gentle. You shan't be hurt, but I will tie you up now, all right?
If Lady Mevrimbel wants it, yes.
That's the case, yes.
Ralgo,
Yes.
are you afraid of Lady Mevrimbel?
Anyone with half a brain is afraid of her.
In fairness, yes,
Do you
this
like
is true.
her?
I am rather...
Huh?
Do you like her?
You can be honest.
No. She's scary.
That's all right. She is scary, yes, absolutely.
It's very scary.
Right.
What would you say if I said that you'd never have to see her again? And you could live in a place that was safe from her?
And he looks over at Edelinda and looks very confused and very conflicted.
It's all right, Ralgo.
It's
Tell
okay.
him the truth.
She believes in personal choice.
I do. As does Lady Mevrimbel.
He looks even more confused when you say that. Like, what? No?
All right, I'll be honest. Lady Mevrimbel does not believe in personal choice, but I do.
Okay. If I don't have to go back, I would very much like that.
And he is
Okay,
going to
good.
use the same phrase he used before
Yep.
with response to David.
Yes.
Oh,
Frimlin, I think possibly after. Yes, after.
Yes, of course.
Let's
I
let's
just
deal
wanted
with
to make sure the lad
problems in
was.
order. No, I
I just
agree.
wanted to make sure the lad was
I was going to
understanding
explain.
that. Yes.
Yes, I was going to explain the full situation to our friend here before the spell wore off.
Excellent.
spell?
I think
But
this
I
was
wasn't
happening
going to do it
as you were
just yet.
tying him up anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah,
Just filling in the time.
yeah.
The rope is really a precaution rather than anything completely
Yes.
necessary. But yeah, basically, Ada would tie him up and then hide him for the
Yes.
oncoming storm that she is expecting.
Ta-da.
Mhm.
Question.
Yes.
The dead bandits, they're gone, right?
Well. Sorry, I just.
We're not going to where they were.
Oh, okay.
We haven't gotten there yet. We're
No.
stopping at the
Yeah, you're not there.
sinkhole.
The
Okay.
most of the bandits would be there still, but
Okay.
animals have gotten
Bits of
to
them.
them. But you're not
Yeah.
there yet. I just
Yeah.
choked on water, so.
Oh, terribly sorry.
But yeah, as you are tying him up, that hunting horn is coming. The sound is coming closer and closer, and it is now clear to hear the calls of kobolds.
Now
And-
we're behind the hole, right?
Yes, you would be.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And you, Ada, with your perception check, the horn was clear for everyone to hear, but the perception
Yeah.
check you hear on the wind in Draconic, Alarson calling out, basically, find them, hunt them.
Okay.
So, I have an idea,
Love it.
and
yes.
Frimlin is going to turn to Adelinda. Just Ada. Oh, could you you've got the minor illusion cantrip,
I do.
right?
Yes.
Could you make me look mortally wounded?
Yes. Neat
Oi.
plan. Interesting plan. Where are
Have
you
an
going to
idea.
sit? On the far side of the pit.
Absolutely.
Like it, Frimlin. Like it a lot. The rest of us will hide. Is there a way to hide around, or is it just like, are there trees or anything, or
Oh yeah,
or,
there are
like,
lots and lots of trees. And
Cool.
yeah,
So the rest of us sort of position ourselves around, missile weapons armed, ready to lend support when this inevitably goes horribly wrong. But
yes.
be aware, she can almost certainly breathe lightning.
Understood. I'm hoping
Just
that
FYI.
she won't. I'm hoping she won't be in the vanguard. But we've got
You're
another
hoping she
trick up my
won't be in
sleeve.
the vanguard. I'm rather hoping she will be. You want her to be the one who finds out that that's a trap, not anybody else.
Why, there's that. But well, if she were to electrify me, I don't think I'd survive it.
I've got your back, buddy. I've got your back. And
Excellent.
Ada, Ada would be aiming to be as close as possible so that she can leap out, and she's melee built.
Yep.
Yep.
So, irritatingly, lightning lure, it probably wouldn't be super effective on this copper dragonborn, this blue dragonborn. But yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Ralgo is tied up, and the other three are positioned around. She's given a crossbow to a crossbow and 3 bolts to the new chap.
Dana.
If you want, since I'm going to be in melee, he can also have my bolts. And
Why doesn't he have yours then? Because you're going to be up close.
yeah, he
I
can have
use
my
mine initially.
all my stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can also have of mine my what?
Put that one in
He can have my dart if he wants. My darts as well if he wants.
Oh.
Yeah, and as you're preparing for this inevitable confrontation, give me another perception check.
That's an 8. I can't roll above a 10 today.
Buddy. 5.
You can hear the breaking of twigs and branches. You hear a yipping sound. But you can't pinpoint where exactly it's coming from. You know it's somewhere up the hill, but the sound blends.
I secrete myself. I immediately go and secrete myself, casting minor illusion to make it look like Frimlin has had the absolute hell beaten out of him and his stomach opened.
Yep. And the sounds blend into one, almost a cascade of noise, combined with that horn blowing from time to time. And eventually, coming towards you is a horde. Well, it looks like a horde of kobolds. A quick assessment says there are 7 in various state of armor, and behind them is a blue Dragonborn, sword drawn and almost dragging along the ground. In the darkness of the woods at night, you see sparks along her finely carved horns. And as she steps out from under the trees, you see the moonlight glinting in her chainmail armor. And that is where we're gonna leave this session.
Love it. Love it. Love everything about it.